Good morning, YouTube. Hey, everyone out there in survival land. How you doing? Oh, they're frisky. Oh, look at that. Look at them go. Now, these things ignite really quick. See how quick? I just barely touched that. Hey, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Feeder for Kaz here. Hey, what's going on today? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I know I'm doing well. I'm going to make a video today about natural disasters for the year of 2010. A study had just come out about the costs and comparisons of 2010 to years in the past. It says here, 2010, deadliest for natural disasters in a generation. This was the year the Earth struck back. Earthquakes, heat waves, volcanoes, floods, super typhoons, blizzards, landslides, and droughts killed at least 250,000 people in 2010. The deadliest year in more than a generation. More people were killed worldwide by natural disasters this year than have been killed in terrorism attacks in the past 40 years combined. Now, when they say that, they're obviously not talking about the Mideast wars. They're just talking about terrorism throughout the world. It says here, nearly 260,000 people died in natural disasters in 2010, compared with 15,000 people who died in 2009, which is quite a tremendous change. The article goes on to talks about years in the past and how things were not nearly as bad as they were in 2010. It's a rather interesting article. I suggest that you read it. It was rather interesting. It says, how costly was it? These disasters cost nearly $222 billion US dollars in economic losses in 2010. That is more than Hong Kong's economy as a whole, according to Swiss reinsurance company. This figure is greater than usual, but not a record. That's because this year's disaster often struck poor areas without heavily insured people. And again, the reason why they don't have insurance is because they can't afford it. So they don't have insurance. It's very rare that those areas get rebuilt back up. So therefore those people suffer. And I also wonder, again, the thing about HAARP is HAARP being able to control where these storms are going. I don't know if they can actually pinpoint where a storm is going, but I know that they can definitely direct a storm as to how they want it to move, but I don't know if they can actually pinpoint a storm. Please let me know about that, though. Getting on to the next article here, it says here, natural disasters caused big losses for the insurance companies in 2010. Munich Re said Monday that extreme natural catastrophes in 2010 led to the sixth highest total loss for insurance companies since 1980. The severe earthquakes and floods and heat waves last year led to $37 billion in insured losses, which means the insurance companies are saying that they didn't make a profit because it was $36 billion in losses, which I know is unheard of, because insurance companies don't necessarily sell a product. What they sell is they sell the likelihood of being safe. Okay, so last year was a tremendous year in weather, but I still find it hard to believe that the insurance companies took a loss. I know they did get a bailout, but it's you got to go through the numbers and actually find the nitty-gritty about it. But it's hard to believe that insurance companies actually took a loss. Altogether, there were 950 natural catastrophes, which was a record last year, including floods in Pakistan, a giant heat wave in Russia, the earthquake in Haiti, Chile, and central China as well. Now, on my last article here, I actually kind of stumbled upon this. It is it's called the Ready, Illinois. And what this is actually a web page where they encourage you to get ready and be prepared for such natural disasters. And in fact, they encourage each and every one to get what they call a go bag together, which is much like a bug out bag. Although their go bag isn't quite like a survival bag, because it's got some odd things in it that you wouldn't necessarily have in a bug out bag, and that's because of either weight or size or things like that. Now, like for instance, they talk about carrying bottled water. Well, bottled water is heavy. what you should really do is carry some water purifiers or some purification tablets. That's probably the better way to do it. As opposed to carrying gallons and gallons of water, you might want to carry several ounces of water like I do, and then I carry 4 other ways of treating water. And again, they talk about carrying, you know, non-perishable foods, which, you know, the everyday person is going to think about taking cans and boxed food and things like that as opposed to getting rations and stuff. But again, you know, it's a great idea that they're even talking about getting a go bag together. You know, but my question is, you know, people look at this and how many people actually get their go bag together? Probably not many. But, you know, I just wanted to go over this video real quick and go over the severe storms of 2010. It was a brutal year, I have to agree.